So in this Balvikas class, I'll be talking about this Omkar first. So as I already explained about this Om, that consists of three syllables. What are those? A, U, Ma. And we have to maintain the ratio 1:4:2. Shall we practice? So we start with the 3 seconds. We have to say for 3 seconds. Like that. The final stretch will be very difficult, but you have to take a lot of air. Okay, so by practicing this, you can do it wonderfully. Okay, shall we practice for 3 times? Let us all recite together. Okay, right. When you recite this, you can feel something. Is it not? But the ratio should be minimal. If you are unable to proceed with 3 seconds, 12 seconds and 6 seconds, you can start with 2 seconds also. But before that, you should breathe in a lot of air, because we have to maintain almost how many seconds? This is 3 seconds, 6 seconds, 12 seconds, and this is 6 seconds. So 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 12, 21. So for 21 seconds, you have to breathe out. Okay? So comfortably, you should take in lot of air. Shall we try once again? 3 times. Okay? Right. Breathe in. Very good. Okay, it has come out very nicely, but you have to sit erectly. The posture is very, very important. You cannot go like this. You will sleep. Okay, so you have to put some comfortable position. You can keep yourself be seated in a very comfortable position. Usually people, they do it in a Padmasana, but you can do it comfortably. Okay, you can comfortably sit, and now you have to recite. So you have to recite this for 3 times. Whenever you start any prayer, you have to do like this. Okay, right. So you should not take this for only class. You have to be very sincere, and whenever your family members, your parents, they do puja, you initiate. Is it not? See, that is when your parent, when your mom particularly lights a lamp, and start with this very simply. Okay, and that girl, she nicely that is recited that shloka, Vakratunda. Can anyone tell me Vakratunda shloka?
Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya.
Stand up and tell me. Tell me. Vakratunda Mahakaya
Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighnan Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada.
Very good. Then Guru Brahma.
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara
fantastic. Okay. Now let me teach you one beautiful sloka. That is, this sloka should be practiced before taking food. Okay. So this is the prayer before taking food. It is called Brahmarpanam Sloka. Okay. Please make a note of it, and I will send it in Telegram also. You can make a copy of this one. Okay. Now, are you able to see this sloka? I will keep it here, much closer. Right. Now, please take down the sloka. You can write down the sloka. Do you have any scale? White scale. That's good. Now please write down. And this sloka has been taken from Bhagavad Gita. Write down Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 4, verse 24. Write down Brahmarpanam Brahma Havir. Write down Brahmarpanam Brahma Havir. Brahmarpanam Brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. I'll tell you the meaning also. Brahma means God. Then Arpanam means we are offering. Okay, we are offering. Then Brahma Havir. Havir means that is the prasadam. It's oblation, which is nothing but prasadam, the sacred food served to God. Okay, that is Havir. We used to say Havir Bhagam in the yajnas. Okay, so Havir means prasadam. Okay, then Agnav, Brahmagnav. Brahma, already I said Brahma is God. Brahmagnav. Agnav means in the fire. Okay. Then Brahmaiva Tena. Tena means that is by him. So Brahma by himself. And Gantavyam. Gantavyam means goal. Gantavyam means goal. And Karma. Brahma. Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma. Karma means work. Brahma Karma Samadhina. Samadhina means it is absorbed. The food is absorbed. Is that not? See, we offer to God our food. Brahmarpanam. So in front of you, you have got lot of idli, vada, dosa or sambar rice. What type of side dish you want? Visualize. Tomato, potato, very well. All these things are kept in front of you on the plantain leaf. Okay, right. So before that, before taking food, what you are supposed to do? Pray to God. That is a good practice. See, there are 3 types of Shuddhi. Take down. 3 types of, you first write down this and after that I will tell you. First write down Brahmarpanam Brahma Havir. This is one line. Brahmagnav Brahmanahutam. Brahmagnav Brahmanahutam. Brahmaivatena Gantavyam. Brahmaivatena Gantavyam. Brahma Karma Samadhina. Brahma Karma Samadhina. It means, that is, we offer our food to Brahma. Okay? And the Brahma himself is the prasadam. or the prasadam itself is Brahma. Either way you can tell. And Brahmagnav. Brahmagnav means the fire, the prasadam which is cooked by the fire, is it not? That fire itself is Brahma. Brahmana Hutam. And we offer, for example, that is when you, pray to God and distribute, not distribution, but we actually offer the prasadam to God. At that time, we used to take some water, okay, and simply sprinkle on it. So that activity is called a hutam, pouring. And even in yajna, in yagas, they used to pour ghee and all these things, the flowing liquids. So that is called hutam, means offering, pouring, okay. Then gantavyam. Gantavyam means that is the goal. Finally it goes to our stomach. Okay, it should reach, it should not be blocked in your food duct anywhere, is it not? So it should go smoothly. Okay, so it reaches the goal. And that is absorbed. Samadhina. Samadhina means absorbed. The food is absorbed. It should be assimilated in blood, is it not? In a suitable form. And we know something about biomolecules, So we talk about carbohydrate, fat, protein, etc. So whatever food you take is converted into these biomolecules and absorbed, assimilated in blood, and it is taken to where? All parts of our body. Okay? So it should be very pure, and before we taking anything, we should serve this to God so that your food is sanctified, holified, purified. Okay? As I already explained, we have got the 3 types of purity. Whenever we take food, you must insist or ensure 3 types of purity. What are those purity? 3 types of purity. First is, it's called Suddhi. Suddhi means purity. Okay, you can take down that one also. Take down 3 types of Suddhi. Patra Suddhi. Patra Suddhi means the food we take, the container. The food we take in the container, that should be very, very clean. Alright? So, Patra Suddhi. Second, the materials, the food materials we use, the food materials we use, that is Padartha Suddhi. The Padartham, the food should be very pure. Okay? Padartha Suddhi. And the way the food is cooked, that should also be very pure. That is known as what? Agha Suddhi. The way it is cooked and how it is being cooked, this should also be very, very pure. Okay? Let me narrate about the story, a story based on this Suddhi. Once there was a saint. He used to travel to different places. They do not sit at one place, So every day they will be traveling. And he reaches one place where there is a big, very rich fellow. He invited that saint for a party. Okay? So he arranged a party, and when you are, called for a party, that is, there will be a lot of disciples. After all, he is a saint, So since he is a saint, there were so many disciples, they wanted to get the blessings and listen to his lecture also, the divine lecture. So he was almost taking this food. It is very comfortable and very delicious. So after finishing and the discourse, the party is over, then he came back to his temple where he wanted to take rest. So when he started sleeping, he was unable to sleep. There was some trouble. They used to have some small bag, some bag made up of, some jolna bag. They used to carry this, and he used to, have this bag as pillow. So 2-in-1 purpose. And what happened? He was unable to sleep. he struck with wonder. Actually, whenever he starts sleeping, he will immediately start sleeping and he will go in a deep sleep stage. But this time he was unable to sleep. He was wondering, and all of a sudden, that is, he searched his bag also. Then there was a metal sound, a tang. What is that metal sound? Then he took that and he found there was a silver tumbler. Then he noticed how I got this silver tumbler. When I say silver, pure silver tumbler, not your silver tumbler, pure silver tumbler. Then he was able to recollect, that is at that party he served, instead of plantain tree, silver plates, silver, everything is made up of silver. Okay, so in such a way he was honored. Okay, at that time what happened? Without knowing his awareness, without his knowledge, he has taken that silver tumbler and kept inside the bag. And that was really giving some trouble to him. Then later what on the very next day, he took that tumbler, silver tumbler, and returned to the rich man. By mistake I have taken. I am extremely sorry for this. Then the rich fellow, he told, no, and he is bothered about it. If you want, I will give you the plate also. Then he ignored that offer and he returned that and he came back to the place where he was sleeping. And on the way, he met two villagers. Then he asked, Swami, that is, did you sleep well? These villagers asked, because your eyes are red. No, I was unable to sleep. By mistake, that is, I had taken this tumbler from that rich fellow, and he was very magnanimous, and he offered me plate also. I said, that is for me, it is not necessary. Then I returned and took an apology also. Then he said, how he is a great person, the saint was telling. But the villagers, they simply laughed at him. Why are you laughing? Sir, Swamiji, you do not know about him. Once he was a thief, and by stealing others' money, others' properties, he has become a big fellow. Now he is very, very rich. Okay. Then he realized, because of the food we had taken from that fellow, from the thief, we too got this habit. I will follow the story. See, you should take food only from your mother, only from your parents, and you should not take food wherever you want, because you do not know the purity of what? The way it was cooked, and who has served it. All are very important. So that is why we are supposed to sanctify our food before taking that. Okay, and that is why Swami insisted these three Suddhis. What are those Suddhis? Patra Suddhi, Padartha Suddhi, Bhaga Suddhi. Are you will follow? So Bhaga means cooking and serving together. Okay, so all these three purities are very important whenever we take food. And such a pure food should be taken inside and assimilated properly, and with the help of this food we should be able to survive in this world, and we should do some work, and we should be fruitful to the society also. Is it not? So that is why we have to recite this sloka, and there is one more sloka I will explain next to that. Okay? Now let us practice this. Do you like this story?
Yes.
Now, Brahmarpanam Brahma Havir. Now you can tell normally. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havir.
Brahmarpanam Brahma Havir.
Very good. Brahmagnav Brahmanahutam.
Brahmagnav Brahmanahutam.
Good. Brahmaivatena Gantavyam. Brahma Karma Samadhina. Okay, so how do we offer? Actually, there is Arpanam means what? Offering. Okay, and Havir means prasadam, oblation. Then Agnav, means Agni, that is fire. Agno means Agni, fire. It was cooked by fire only, is it not? Then Hudam means that is like a pouring ghee, okay, offering. And then Gantavyam, that is, it should reach the proper destination. Okay, it should not be choked anywhere. It should reach properly the destination. Destination means here it is our goal. It should go to the stomach. After reaching the sea, how we eat this food? Anyone? You are studied in your life process.
By chewing.
Josai, can you explain? First we start with chewing process. And during this chewing process, there is a material, that is excreted. Saliva. Okay? So with the help of saliva, you are able to digest starch, carbohydrates, etc. And then carbohydrates. Then it goes inside, and which is helping to swallow tongue. Okay, so tongue is very, very important to us. Okay, see that you must live like a tongue, because there are 32 sharp teeth, and within that this tongue is capable of, that is, swallowing, talking. We are very often we are using this tongue, and without tongue you cannot survive in this world. And this tongue gives you popularity. At the same time, if you are not properly utilizing the tongue, you will be beaten by that also. When you scold at anybody, then will you be peaceful and calm? Definitely he will hit you. Okay, so he is the enemy also. So the tongue is a friend as well as enemy. But the way you are using should be very important. The tongue. Okay. So, and also the survival of the tongue, it is a very difficult position. This tongue is guarded by 32 soldiers, very sharp. Okay, and with all that, it is able to manage or able to follow. And the teeth can come down, it will fall. But can you say tongue will fall? It will be there till our last breath. And that is why tongue is so precious. And without tongue you cannot swallow anything inside. Comfortably it takes the food. Okay? And mix it. It acts as a mixer. So with the help of tongue, it secretes some what? Saliva, the juice, okay, that can digest partially and take inside. And what do you call this one? Esophagus. Esophagus means what? Food duct. Food pipe or food duct. Okay. So after going inside, it will reach where? Stomach. And inside the stomach there is a layer. What do you call it? Gastric layer. What do you call it? Gastric layer. In the gastric layer, hydrochloric acid is secreted. It is secreting. And with the help of this acid, we are able to digest. In fact, we call this digestive liquid, or the person who is sitting inside, that is personified here. Okay? He is called Vaiswanara. Vaiswanara means the person, the God who is dwelling inside. Okay? And he is capable of what? He is helping us. He is helping us to digest the food and take inside. And he is responsible for assimilating the food and converting into energy. Okay, we call some elderly people as a diabetic. So it is because of lack of absorption of food and sugar, so that the sugars are let out in the blood, and that is why we call it blood sugar. Okay, so the Vaiswanara is very, very important, and that is, this juicy, gastric juice, it will be secreting only at certain time, and during that time we must definitely take the food. When you do not take the food, what will happen? The hydrochloric acid, you know very well, that will definitely etch your inner layer, gastric layer. Okay? When this hydrochloric acid spills on your hand, definitely it will corrosive. Okay? The skin will burn. but at the same time, the gastric layer is capable of handling this acid. It's a mucus layer that will not affect your inner layer. But if there is any puncture, when you do not take, promptly or appropriate time your food, definitely it will puncture, and that leads to ulcer. We call it peptic ulcer. Okay, so you have to be very carefully. You should be, that is, carefully, periodically take the food. Are you able to follow this? Right. Now, so this is the science behind the food and the digestion. So now let me go through the shloka once again. We will recite this shloka. Tell me. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Okay, shall we repeat? Right. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Okay? Right. What do you mean by Brahma? What is that? God. What is the meaning of Arpanam?
Offering.
What is the meaning of Havir?
Obligation prasadam.
No, it is not obligation. Oblation means prasada. Oblation. Then Havir means otherwise you can say prasadam, offering. Okay? Sacred food served to God. Then Agno means fire, in the fire. Okay? Agno means in the fire. And then Hutam means what? Pouring. And the Tena, biting. And then Gantavyam, goal. Karma means work. And then Samadhina, absorb. Yes, it is absorbed. The food is absorbed. Okay? So we offer our food to God. And the God Himself is the what? The prasadam. Because you can see everywhere God, You can see everywhere God. In that case, the food we take, that is also God. See that? So we are taking God inside. Are you able to understand this? See, I am getting ready for preparing the food, and now it is ready, it is served in front of you, and you are going to take it. But you should have the feeling that you are not taking. It is the God who is inside us, and He is going to take that food. This is the way you have to develop your feelings. So when you are able to get such a feeling, and you almost become God at one stage, later stage you can say. And that is why when you start, assuming yourself as God, then you will look God everywhere. Because you know very well, God is everywhere. Is it not? God is everywhere. Omnipresent. He is omnipresent. God is omnipresent. And God is omnipotent. He is capable of everything. Okay, so He is capable of everything. And that is why we worship Him. You understand? That is why we worship Him. Since He is capable of anything, don't worry about this mathematics, physics, chemistry, that I am unable to get good marks. Don't worry. Believe in God, but study well. You should not simply go to temple and leave it to God and don't expect Lord Ganesha to come and write your examination. Okay, that is a good story. I will tell you another story. One fellow, he wanted to score very good marks in mathematics. Usually these guys, they will be calling all gods, especially on the eve of maths test or maths examination. He will start, till then he will not pray anybody. And especially on the mathematics examination, there will be prayer, he will worship like this. And there will be Muruga, okay, Muruga, please take care of me. Okay, there will be Saraswati, Saraswati, you are the Lordess of education, so you have to take care of me. Get me good questions only, the known questions. Okay, so likewise, we start almost, that is calling all gods. Okay, so likewise, and his father, he has already told him, hey, if you worship Lord Vinayaka, definitely you will get very good marks. Centum almost, don't worry about that. Oh, is it so? And you have to serve some prasadam also to him. Is it so? Yes, yes, yes. Pray to God. Pray to especially Lord Vinayaka. Then wherever he crosses, he used to pray Lord Vinayaka. And there was one Vinayaka on the way to his school. So this, he was almost for every student that Lord Ganesha, that is, he is the pet god for all these guys. Okay. So what happened? This fellow simply went and prayed in front of Lord Vinayaka, keeping all papers, his answer, answer sheet. They used to take the answer sheet in those days. Okay. So he took that answer sheet and placed in front of Lord Vinayaka. Okay. And simply folded his hands and very sincerely, almost meditated for 3 to 4 minutes. Because it's something serious. He has challenged his friends also. By worshipping Lord Ganesha, he can get 100%. Okay. So he started praying like this, Lord Vinayaka, I will give you, because there is one prayer also in Tamil. Palum Telidenum, Pakam Paruchum, Vivainandum, Kalandunakku Nandaruve, Kolam Saitunga Kanimugatta Tumaniye, Niyanakka Sangattamil Mundunta. So the prayer is something like a transaction. So this Avaya, the old lady, she prayed this to Vinayaka, stating that Palum means pal, milk, Telidenum, honey, Pakum, the sweet, Parupum, that is cereals, Dhanya. Okay. I will give you all these 4 together, beautiful prasadam together, 4 items. Okay. Lord Vinayaka, kindly remember, I am offering you 4 items. And in turn, he requested Lord Vinayaka, Lord Ganesha, Palum Tulidenum, Pagum, Parupum, Ivainangum, Kalandu, means I mix everything. Don't worry, you need not mix, I will mix. I mix everything, okay, and serve it to you. It's a precious item that was given by my mummy. Okay, it's very delicious, you please take it, then you feel. And he is praying like this, Telidenu, Pagam Parapu, Venan Kalandu Nakku, Nan Tariven, I will give you. Kolam Sai Tunga Kanimugatta Tumani. You are looking like elephant. The elephant is very, very intelligent, and you should understand, you should transfer the same type of knowledge to me. So Tangat Tamil Mundrunta means Isai Tamil, Year Tamil, and Nadaga Tamil. Year Isai Nadaga. Okay? It means, that is, I should be well versed in prose, poetry, and I am very good in sociology. In those days, these 3 were very important because language was very important in those days. Okay, so the essential 3 items of any language, okay, these are very important. So he requested only 3. See, to study those things, it is very, very difficult. It will take more than 20 or 30 years. Okay, but by serving this, he wanted to get 3. Okay, likewise, that is, we used to have transaction with the Lord. Okay, likewise, this guy, he started praying, Lord Ganesha, that Avaya lady, he offered only 4 and was able to get 3. And that is why that Avaya old lady, she was well versed because of Lord Vinayaka. And the same strategy, I will give you not 4, I will get you 108 coconut. Believe me or not, take it for granted, it's a promise, okay? He is negotiating with Lord Ganesha, okay? And you know very well, God is sitting like this, listening everything calmly. Okay? And he was very serious. At that time the flower was falling. Then he was very happy. Oh, Lord Vinayaka, he has sanctioned. Super. And with that, he took the paper and went. And not only that, on the way, he was worrying about the maths question paper also. Yesterday I was unable to prepare well. Anyway, Lord Vinayaka is that after all, he will release the question paper, which is very well known to me, and also the answers will be appearing. Don't worry. So he was almost comforting himself. He entered the examination hall and he was able to find a seat, got the seat, got the question paper, and he just opened the question paper. Was thrilled because all questions are known to him. That is the, hey, my Lord Ganesha is something great here. Okay, Lord Vinayaka, thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. So he started writing. Within 1 hour he finished everything. Okay, and he was very happy. Then later he thought, what are the things we wanted to give him? Okay, we'll do one thing. First we start with the 108 coconut. So 108 coconut and 108 banana. Okay, 108 banana. And we took one thing. Okay, so we will add puri, kadale, all these things. So he made a list. Almost it was exceeding 2 sheets. So such a great list he was able to get it. Then he wanted to work out the cost also because he has to get the money from his parent, and he started working on that. One coconut costs around 25 rupees or 20 rupees. 108 means 108 into 20, so he worked out. And the budget was heavy. Then he thought, 108, why should we take 108? Because the budget is so heavy, So we'll do one thing. He striked the entire list and rewrite and preparing the budget once again. Instead of 108, we will do 3 is also a better number. We'll put 3 coconut and 1 puri kadale and 1 udibati. That is enough. After see, that is a lot. The Vinayaka, he knows about me and my parents' situation also. We cannot demand so much money. Okay, so likewise he started negotiating and he was able to arrive at certain thing. And finally he made, see, people are doing this Sadathenga only one. Why should we take unnecessary 3, 4, etc.? Let us not spend money on this. After all, the work is over and the Lord Vinayaka has already released the paper and it is also very fine. Okay, strike out everything and put in a big sheet. Vinayaka, it is a promise, but slightly you have to adjust. I give you 1 coconut. I'll put as a Sadathenga in front of you. Okay, and that too after the result. Kindly accept that. So he made a letter to Lord Vinayaka, citing all this. And it was almost becoming another answer sheet. So he was having 2 sheets. Then he came out and as promised, he went, the school was over. Then after that he came home, returned home. On the way to home, he took this coconut. Then he just washed everywhere and he was having only 1 coconut. Okay, nobody is there. What will do? We put that Sadathenga, tamal, and he broke it into pieces and he collected everything and put it in the bag and went. And he was very happy and he claimed everybody, hey, I have cleared the max paper here, etc. Then, and he put the answer sheets, the bunches, what do you call that, list bunch. So he has taken 1 bunch of the sheets and he has come home. And never he looked into the items of what he has written. Then the result got announced and he was very happy. Okay, that is my result is definitely I will get 100, don't worry about that. He got only 0. Was mad. He was very angry. He immediately went to the Ganesh temple and started scolding Ganesha anything. You have to take back everything. You get me that coconut also, broken coconut also. Okay. And what has happened? But we did everything properly. How I can get? Then he returned and he cried in front of his mother. My mother said, where did you keep those papers, that list? Since you cheated the Lord Vinayagar, he has cheated. Then he took the bag and opened, and there he was able to see his answer sheet. So he has taken the answer sheet from the examination hall and surrendered, handed over the list of puja items to the invigilator. Then who will put the marks for the list of items? Pujvati, Agarbati, one sheep, plant and fruits, all these things. Okay, coconut items, etc. And simply they strike and offered a very good puja. And that is why we should not try to cheat God. Okay, so by sitting in front of food, we should also not try to cheat God. You should not have some guys, my senior Balvikas students, old students, we used to serve food in front of these children, and they insist, hey, you have to do the Brahmarpanam prayer. Then only you will take. You have to take. Otherwise, you should not touch it, and you have to offer to God. Then only you should take the food. So this is the discipline we used to maintain. And these guys, they were very hungry at that time. Okay. So when one fellow did, Brahmarpanam, he started eating. So the very significance, the importance of the prayer is first you offer, you pray, then assume yourself as God and you take. And what he has done, he has taken, and not only that, it was a pongal, and there were some the pepper and other items, curry leaf. So he started, that is taking that curry leaf, Brahmarpanam, took Malavir. Brahmahavir. What you got, think of us. So that is not the way. We should not try to cheat. Okay. So you have to be very serious, and you have to sanctify the food with a handful of water. Okay. This is the way you have to do. Even when you pray to God and offer prasadam to God, what your father used to do, he took the arathi, and before that he, offers everything 3 times and serve it. Okay, then we take. Okay, our guys, some of the guys who are very hungry, they will be looking always the prasadam. When they will offer this prasadam, so that is not the way we practice. Okay, right. Let me take up this one again. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir.
Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir.
Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam.
Brahmanau Brahmanutam.
Brahmaiva tena ganthavyam.
Brahmaiva tena ganthavyam.
Brahma karma samadhina.
Brahma karma samadhina.
Okay, very good. So did you like this story?
Yes,
Two
sir.
stories.
Yes, sir.
Now let us proceed with this one. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. Take down. Write down. Aham. Aham means I. I am. Aham. I. Okay. I will show you the. Shanti, are you able to see this clearly? Right. Okay. So, aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. Aham means I am, that is I. Vaishwanaro. Vaishwanaro is the fire, the god of fire who dwells inside the stomach. And he is responsible for assimilating your food. Then, Bhutva. Bhutva means becoming. Praninam, of all being. Of all living being. living being. And then Praninam, of all living being. Prani. Pranis we used to know. We used to tell prani. Prani means animals, of all living beings. Praninam. Deham. Deham means body, our body. Deham. Asritaha. Asritaha means abiding in. Okay? Dwelling in. Prana apana. Prana apana means there are two vayus, prana apana. These are the vital air. Prana. Prana means oxygen. Apana means we exhale. We inhale oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
Okay. So prana, apana. Actually there are 5 types of, actually 10 gases, but you should know at least 5 types of gases. Prana, apana, udana, vyana, samana. Take down. So what are those 5 gases? Prana. P-R-A-N-A. Prana. Apana. Exhale. Okay. Apana. Prana. Apana. Prana. Apana. Udana. Udana. Samana. Vyana. So these are the 5 gases. We consider here 2 gases. So one is the oxygen we take in, breathing, inhaling. So prana, apana, we take out, breathing out, exhaling. Okay? Prana, apana. So these are the vital gas. And samayuktaha. Samayuktaha means associated with. Samayuktaha means what? Associated with. Then pachami means digestion, digest, pachami. Annam means food. Annam means what? Food. Chaturvidam. Chatur means 4. Vidam means types. So 4 types of food. So we take actually 4 types of food. What are those 4 types of food? We take some solid item and chew it. So chewable solid items. That is type 1. Okay. Type 2 is, there are some liquid, sometimes we take liquid. It is swallowed. So swallowed. Write down. Swallow. And then sometimes we suck. Okay. So there are some fluids, some gel-like item we suck. And sometimes we lick, like ghee, honey, etc. Okay. So these are the 4 types of food. When you find your food delivered to you, served to you, is very delicious, you start licking from here. So it's so tasty. And some guys, they will put the whole hand inside. So, chewed, swallowed, sucked, licked. So these are the 4 items. That is called Chaturvidham. Okay? Chaturvidham. Now let me explain this sloka. And this sloka was taken from Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 15, verse 14. Now, aham vaiswanaro bhutva. So, I am present in all living beings. When I say I, who is nothing but God. There is a great Mahavakya. You can make a note of that word, that sentence. Tat Tvam Asi. Take down. Tat. Shall I write here? Tat Tvam Asi. Tat Tvam Asi. In some places, in some temples, they would have written this. Tat Tvam Asi means that thou art. That. Thou. That. T-H-A-T. That. Thou. T-H-O-U. Thou. Art. Art. A-R-T. So this is the Shakespeare English actually. That means that he is Lord Brahma, Lord God. Okay? Is he and you are God. The greatest God. So you become God when you are able to realize that you are God. And once you have become God, that is actually we are human. When you are subhuman, you have the animal feelings. When you are so divine, you become superhuman, who is nothing but God. So we are in the middle stage. And that is why 50% of our heart is occupied by God. The remaining is troubled by these devils, the animal behavior, the subhuman behavior. Okay? So we should always sublime this animal behavior and encourage this superhuman behavior, and thereby we will be more useful to the society. So that is the purpose of life. Okay? Now let me continue this. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamasridaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachami Annam Chaturvidham. Okay? Shall we recite? Okay. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva
Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva
Praninam Dehamasritaha
Praninam Dehasritaha
Pranapana Samayuktaha
Pranapana Samayuktaha
Pachami Annam Chaturvidham.
Pachami Annam Chaturvidham.
So by reciting these two prayers, okay, finally you must finish with Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om
Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Then you start taking food. This is the way you have to do it. Almost, at least if you are very shy to recite this mantra in front of your friends in school, in public places, you can do it silently. Nothing wrong in that. Within your mind you can tell. But when you are alone, when you are at home, you can do it very loudly, nothing wrong. And when you are at Saitech, you can do that. Okay, so this is the way you have to practice. This is a very good practice. And by taking this type of prayer before taking food, that is, you are fully energetic. And no disease will attack you. That is the guarantee given by God. So always you have to be very pure by taking pure food. So when you take pure food, you will have pure thought, pure words, pure action. Okay. And your answers will also be pure. It means perfect. Then you are capable of scoring perfect mark, that is center. It's a secret, top secret. Okay. You should remember, but you should do it very diligently, very seriously. If you take this very seriously in your life, definitely there is a response from the inner voice, which is nothing but God. Got this point? Right. So, aham, shall we practice?
Yes, sir.
Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva
Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva
Praninam Dehamasridaha
Praninam Dehamasrita
Pranapana Samayuktaha
Pranapana Samayukta
Pachami Annam Chaturvidham.
Pachami Annam Chaturvidham.
Good. So you remember these two prayers, and finally I'll teach you a beautiful song today. Okay, take down. So have you noted down everything? Okay. You can write down. Hey Shiva Shankara. Shall I erase this?
Yes, sir.
And before that, I would like to explain this one. I, all living being, and I am responsible for digestive fire, which is present inside. Okay. And I am the vital air, and I am responsible for digestion of food that I take, 4 kinds, which are chewable and swallowed, sat, and licked. Okay, so that is the meaning of this prayer. Shall I erase this part?
Yes, sir.
I'll send you this as a screenshot also in the Telegram so that it should be useful to you. Write down. Hey Shiva Shankara, Hey Shiva Shankara, Namami Shankara, Shiva Shankara Shambho. Hey Girijapati, Bhavani Shankara, Shiva Shankara Shambho. Shiva Shankara Shambho. Okay. Now let us practice. You can follow me. Hey Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara,
He Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara,
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara,
He Girijapati Bhavani Shankara,
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho. Shiva Shankara Shambho. You have to recite this 3 times, okay? Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara,
He Girijapati Bhavani Shankara,
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho. Shiva
Shankara Shambho.
Hey Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara,
He Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara,
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara,
He Girijapati Bhavani Shankara,
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
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 When you sing this song, you assume that we are boating in Mahabalipuram. On the way to Mahabalipuram, we got that, got down at Muttugadi, you know.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful song for what? This boating. Okay? Right. So, shall we sing together?
Yes, sir.
Come. Take the cord. Come here. All of you. Take the cord. Have you written already? You can have flashcard. Take the flashcard only, please. Otherwise, keep it. You follow. Ready? Come, friend. Okay, I got the card. You can go back and small boys can come inside. Okay, so you can come forward. Come forward. Right, good. Okay, right. You can share the card with him also. Ready? Shall we? Right. I will sing. You have to follow. Hey Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara.
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 Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara.
Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara.
Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara.
Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho. Shiva Shankara Shambho. Hey Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara.
Hey Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara.
Hey Girijapati Bhavani Shankara.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho.
Shiva Shankara Shambho. Shiva Shankara Shambho. Hey Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara. Shiva Shankara Shambho. When you close the bhajan, all should sing together, okay? Hey Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara. Shiva Shankara Shambho. Very good. Good. Now let us proceed with Mangala Harati. Okay? Shanti, did you like this song very nicely? Right. Sorry. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Pati Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Sasi Vadana Sridhara Sarva Pranapate Swami Sarva Pranapate Asrida Kalpaladika Asrida Kalpaladika Abhad Bandava Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Guru Deva Mariam Dayam Nive Swami Mariam Dayam Nive Nada Brahma Jagannada Nada Brahma Jagannada Nahendra Shayana Om Jai Jagadish Hare Omkaram Pavajasti Sai Mahadeva Satya Sai Mahadeva Mangala Arati Anduko Mangala Arati Anduko Mandara Didari Om Jai Jagadish Hare Narayana Narayana Uppati Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Om Jai Sadguru Deva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Om Jai Sadguru Deva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Om Jai Sadguru Deva Om Shanti 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 Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Jai Bolo Bhavan Shri Satya Sai Baba Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Paramam Pavitram Baba Vibodhi Paramam Vichitram Lila Vibodhi Paramatta Ishtatta Moksha Pradhanam Baba Vibodhi Vidamasrinami Paramam Pavitram Baba Vibodhi Paramam Vichitram Lila Vibodhi Paramatta Ishtatta Moksha Pradhanam Baba Vibodhi Vidamasrinami Paramam Pavitram Baba Vibodhi Paramam Vichitram Lila Vibodhi Paramatta Ishtatta Moksha Pradhanam Baba Vibodhi Vidamasrinami